So one of the things I've done with PieFed is I've organized the communities into topics. So for example, you can see all the Fediverse related communities here. Then you can click on one to go and see the posts in it. This is fine, but often there's quite a few that have recent posts that you want to see, so that then you have to go into each community one by one to see the content in there, which is kind of tedious. So what I want to do is make it so that you can see all the posts in a topic at once rather than just the posts in a community. So I thought I'd record my process of building that so that people at home can follow along and get to learn the PieFed code base that way. So let's dive into it. I've just created a new sort of package here called topic, and it's got a very basic init. This is pretty much the same for every package with a naming difference, and all this does is just bring in the whatever's in the roots. It also uses this blueprint thing, which is what Django calls an app. So in Django you have all these apps that make up your app, but in Flask they call them blueprints. So you've got and each package here is a separate blueprint, they call them. And when you define one, you've just got to add it to your app in it to make sure that it actually gets pulled in to the main thing. So I'm going to do that by copying and pasting another blueprint. This is just a bit of boilerplate you've got to get out of the way to make it do it, basically, as topic blueprint. And that just tells Flask that you want to include that package in your app. So that's done, I believe. Now this has nothing inside it. I'm just going to copy some stuff from, I don't know, any of these to get me started. I'm going to need all the basic Flask stuff, so I'll take those, and then we'll be building a root, a few roots. That's BP, we need that. So the root often needs to use the blueprint in order to define the roots. You see, so let's put that in anywhere. App.topic blueprint. Right, so that pulls in this variable here and ties in the roots with the blueprint, you see. Now this is a public area, so we don't need that. You don't need a login either to view the roots, so that's pretty good. Flask has a render template function, which I have, which I call using my own render template function. So from the outside it looks the same as the Flask one, but I've got some ability to switch to a different theme, as yet there's no theming functionality that actually can set your theme to something else, but one day I will have that. So when I do, all the old code that uses a render template should just work in theory. Okay, so let's get this call this show topic or something. We're going to want to list all the posts. I guess that's the main thing we should work on first. And that's just going to be topic slash topic name, I guess, is the URL. In Flask, you have to have a variable for the function that matches the little squiggly bit up here in order to get the parameter from the URL passed in as a variable. Probably don't need to post there, just get. Okay, and we'll have topic, probably like that. So this is going to be a string topic name. It'll be a string like topic slash Fediverse or something. And we'll need to convert that into a topic ID and then get posts by from communities in that topic. So that's our sort of pseudocode. All right. So I don't think the topics actually have a sort of machine readable name. They're probably just, yeah, it's just a name. That's just for the, why do I have Reddit here? This was my example of topics that I was sort of, when I was thinking about things. Okay, so our topic, they're just being driven off IDs at the moment, ID numbers, which isn't very pretty. Alright, so I'm going to have to add a display name, and you have that as a separate thing, I think, because we can't be having stuff like this in the URL, like topic slash news and politics, can we? Not really. So I guess I don't want to have to re-enter those, so I'm going to just call this machine name or URL perhaps, because we use URL somewhere else on the community. Do we? No, it's name and title. That's what we should be doing for topic too, but I don't want to rename them. I don't want to rename this. All the data will get lost. All the data in the existing topics. So I'm going to go with machine name, unfortunately. Now, to render this change into the database, so we can actually use it, we need to do a migration, a database migration. Oh crap. I want to add an index on that so that we can actually look it up quicker, because we're going to be querying these topics by the machine name, so we want an index on it. So I don't want it. I'm going to want to delete that migration and run it again, run that same command again in order to generate a migration that includes that index, rather than having two migrations. So I'll just nuke that one. And do it again, I think. Yep. Okay, so this migration now has both of those. Let's run the migration. Add that to Git. Cool. And hopefully that's enough of that. So we need to translate the topic name to a topic ID by using the model. Topic name like that. First one, the first result. Now I always get confused whether I should be using filter by or filter, because they're very similar but slightly different ways of doing the same thing. So I'll have to just go and refer to some other code. See, here I do filter, so I have to do filter by. Cool. Let's just strip off any white space on that just to be sure, and lowercase it, because people might be typing the URL in, right, and putting in all kinds of gibberish in there or whatever, so that will make it slightly more robust. Now, if we actually got one successfully, then we want to do that. But if it doesn't work out, we want to pretend that, well, we're not pretending, this is actually the case. There's no topic with that name. So we're just going to 404 on that. This is complaining for some reason. What the fuck? Right, so now we need to get posts. I wonder if we could do this in one monstrous join thing, or if we, yeah, it'd be more efficient to do one join. Alright, so let's just check what the criteria is for the home page and do something similar, or at least, no, how we display posts in a community, because there's all kinds of criteria on this thing. We're going to add in paging and sorting and stuff later, but for now, it's really just for now, let's just get all the posts and all the communities in there, in that topic, and finesse it later. So we kind of want to join it on the community. Where the post community ID equals community ID, right? And then just show the communities that have that topic. Yeah. And we'll get all of those. No, we won't. Well, okay, all for now, but we want to do paging at some point. Obviously. Could probably have just done a join over to the topic table. But anyway, this is a very quick little query, and it keeps the code simpler. Once you go beyond once you have two joins, it becomes far more harder to wrap your head around. All right, so we've got our posts. We will want to order them a little bit. Let's have that. So sort will be used for choosing between hot, top, new, and active, that kind of thing. So for now, let's just set it to a default value. So by default, we're going to be ordering them by the ranking. Right, so we're tacking on order by at the end, which means we're not ready to do all yet. So that's enough of that. Let's chuck that through to the view and we'll get something on the screen. This one. The topic should be probably more like the topic name. And then we just show the posts by passing them through as posts. Alright, so show topic. We're going to need, under templates is where our views are defined, so we'll get a new directory for that topic. And show topic is going to be a lot like show community, which I believe is that. So let's just paste that in there as a starting point. Now, I guess topics could have a header image at some point. But anyway, I really want to just get some posts showing up. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that I don't need. Right, that's the right-hand column. I don't even want to think about that right now. As long as there's some posts, we should get something on the screen. That breadcrumb's going to need to change, of course. This will become topic slash topic machine name. There's a whole bunch of stuff up here, which isn't going to work because we don't have a community variable. So I'm just going to change this to topic. There's the breadcrumb again. Don't know if we want people to be able to be notified when there's a new post to a topic. That would be a lot of notifications. So I'm just going to get rid of that for now. And this is going to be topic.name. Icon image. Anyway, getting lost in the weeds a little bit. I just want some posts on the screen. There's a lot of different sort of cases here. We've basically got the header defined 3 different places, depending on whether there's a header icon or a banner or whatever. So it's all a bit much, really. Topics don't have any of this stuff, so that's not going to work. Community nav, that's interesting. Okay, let's see what crash it breaks when we run it. I need to start up my little VPN so that I can actually run it, execute it locally and have it accessible as a URL here, you see. That's my development URL. Okay. Now none of our topics actually have a machine name yet, of course, because I've only just added the column. So luckily in my dev instance there's only a few. So I'll just fill them in now. Alright, so let's try getting the news topic. Something up with the view, but I want to just step through the code to make sure it's sort of minimally functioning. Also, I'll put a breakpoint there and refresh that. So the machine name is coming in properly. It's grabbing the topic, good. Then doing a query for some posts. And it looks like posts, hard to tell really whether it's got much data or what this deal is. Anyway, so it does the template and then crashes. Good. Good. That's not a bad start. So it's looking for this topic, but it's undefined on some line or other. On line 7. Oh yeah. So I've got to actually pass topic into the view, of course. Okay, let's crash in some other way this time. I don't need this anymore. Yeah, of course, we have no header image on there. So communities have an icon and a banner image at the top, and those are returned by the appropriate function on the community model. So I'm just going to stub the equivalent on here. What was it? Header something, header image. And we'll just return nothing for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do header images or whatever on topics. Because that would increase the admin overhead quite a lot. Nah, let's just delete all that crap. Okay. so I won't need to stub those. Okay. Community, you've got a community variable hanging around there inside a sub. See how I'm putting in this sub template here? So that was made for community. I'm probably going to have to copy it. Yeah, it's got a funny thing there. Is that where it breaks? Yeah. So because this was coded for doing the hot top, new, active, and different layouts for communities, it's pulling in the community thing there. I could see this is written in quite a generic way, so it could be used in a variety of places, fortunately, apart from that thing here. So I'm just going to put that around an if, and then we'll be able to merely continue to use it in the topic as well. Onward. Yeah, it's happening again. Oh, yep. All right, we're getting quite far through the template now, I think. Oh no, it's only line 55. 55. Oh yeah, so we're now into the side pane thing, which was originally made for communities. But none of this is relevant any longer because we're showing a topic, not a community here. There's no moderators and no description and stuff. So I'm going to get rid of that whole div. There could be, we need to show a list of communities in this topic. So we could reuse that code quite nicely. There's no community settings, so we need to get rid of this card, this one as well. Okay. Good. So refresh. Oh yeah. Nice. So this is our topic navigation. That's going to need to be redone to point to topic/news rather than to point to communities. See in the bottom left down here, which that community's topic ID equals 1, so that needs to be changed. It's kind of awkward having communities here as a parent of the topic because that's not what happens. The topics are parents of the community, so shit, I think we're going to have to probably make topics as the top level item. Maybe even change the main menu to say topics instead of communities, and then yeah, you can tell I'm making this up as I go. Obviously, until you've actually got something to click on and navigate through, it's quite hard to visualize. So I thought I'd just get straight into building it. If you look at the address bar down there, you can see that this navigation should work because it's not changing anything. It's just adding on question mark, sort equals active, layout equals whatever. So that's good. So that's the hard stuff done. It's really just a matter of sorting out the breadcrumbs and the site navigation now, which is relatively pedestrian. this sort might actually be working now. Let's try twiddling with these and see if it changes anything. No, it's not quite right. We need to pass that through to the view. Oh, right, that's just being initialized there, isn't it, to be the default. So sort needs to come from up there, from the URL. There's a whole bunch of other initialization stuff I want to copy as well. Oh yeah, we don't want to show banned communities, topics from banned communities, posts from banned communities. Do we? So I want to add that in as a parameter. Layout. What will the default layout be? List. For now. Sort. Right. So now still not working. Looks like sort isn't being used. Ah, there you go, look. I left that in there, so that was overriding it. Cool. Now that's working. We've lost our tiling layout thingy for some reason, but I'm not too worried about that right now. All right, pagination. It's probably just another copy and paste type situation. This builds up the URL, and then there's this paginate thingy as well. What? That didn't work. All right, cool. So the URL is actually show topic instead of the other one. We want to make sure it passes around the topic name. Blah, blah, blah. And remembers the sort and stuff. Anything else? Yeah, all right, that's good. Now those have to go to the view. Cool. There's another bit to this. The actual database manipulation part. I'll just copy and paste that as well. All right. Pagination. Now, I don't think there's enough actual content here in my dev server to actually do pagination in an interesting way. Let's see if there's anything. No. So if I change that to be 10 posts instead, I can test this out. There we go. Cool, that's working. Yeah. Pagination. Now, I was also supposed to not show posts from banned communities, so we want to filter, additionally, filter that community banned is false. Okay, let's just make sure that still works. Yeah. The other thing is, so I wanted to show these related communities on the right hand side. Now, because I haven't gotten any topic, right, so on the right hand side we want to have a list of the communities under that topic. So that's actually, I'm just going to rename that variable. That can stay for now. That's probably a little long, but anyway, I'll just see how it looks. Topic communities, that needs to be a set of a list of all the communities under this topic. So let's just get them. And then just sort of order them by last active or alphabetical. If we do it alphabetical, then people will be clicking on communities without much activity quite a bit, which might be a good thing, I suppose. Just sort of spread the word about them a bit, right? So, yeah, let's try that. Refresh. Topic communities. Yeah, it's called topic communities. Cool. Okay. Well, I think I'll leave it there. There's still a lot I'm going to tidy up before pushing this live, but it's going to get less and less interesting from now on. It'll just be navigation changes and breadcrumbs and stuff, which is just hacking around in HTML, really. Yeah, I hope you found this interesting and learned something, and I'm getting distracted now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers.